So we're going to be taking a look at my 1/6 collection, starting with this set of cabinets, which houses my Hot Toys Stormtrooper collection. So first, just some logistics about the setup here. So these are IKEA Billy bookshelves, 2 of them, and 4 of the Hogbo doors. They sell them as a combination. So this half here, left half, is one shelf, and then one on the right is another bookshelf. So I'll put links to the exact product and exact listing. But if you're interested, so this setup is kind of designed to maximize space for people who have kind of big collections like myself. I looked pretty much all over at all the different options, looked at all the IKEA stuff, the Bestas, the Detolfs, the Wayfair stuff, Entertain Module cases. I ended up deciding on these. I think the better option would have been Module cases eventually, but just with the wait times and the price, and me kind of wanting to time out the build to when I was moving out into this new place, I think the IKEA was just the better option. So this is the setup. So I just have the IKEA Billies, and then I have the lights here are closet lights from Amazon. I'll get the exact model for the description, but I'm linking in the description. But those are pretty good. They work pretty good. Probably not as good as maybe LED strips, but I just didn't want to play games with the wires and have to make them not super handy, and I didn't want to have to make all kinds of customizations in the Billies to try to thread them through. So thought those were the better option. They're a little expensive, but I have one of those for every level. They work pretty well. No mess, no wires, and for what it's worth, I've had these up now for roughly 2 months, and I've not had to charge them once. So I don't use them that often, granted, but just something to note. And then in the back here, I have these risers. These are just shelves that are roughly half the depth of the IKEA Billy shelves, and roughly the same length as the IKEA Billy shelves, maybe just a shade shorter, just so when I was putting them in, I had space to kind of fit them without, maybe scratching the sides. So those work pretty well. I have stacks of 3 just because I didn't want to have like any occlusion when you have a lot of when you're army building and all the figures are roughly the same size. Like at this shelf here, all the figures are exactly the same, so they're all the same size. If you want to maximize the space and have figures in the front and the back, you're going to have some blocking. So decided to go with the 3 levels, so you have ample space for the figures up top, so they're not hidden behind people in the front. So that's those, and then we have the stands here. These are just cheap stands you can find on Amazon or eBay. I don't remember the exact name, but I'll link them in the description. These are good. Again, just the idea is to maximize space. To have, all these guys being Hot Toy stands. It's you can't fit nearly as many figures in here. And then also, just I have so many customs and like this, for example. These are all Stormtrooper commanders from The Mandalorian, but some of them don't have pauldrons, so I wouldn't call them commanders. So they would be. So I think it just makes it easier to have them all be on the same model of stand. So I like the stand uniformity. So all my figures utilize that model of stand. So that's kind of the logistics. So with all that, I'm able to fit 12 figures per shelf, 6 in the front, 6 in the back, with a little bit of breathing room depending on how big the figure is and if they have backpacks or not. So that's 12 figures per shelf, 48 figures per cabinet, and then 96 figures per combo of cabinets. And I have 2 sets of these. So I have roughly 80 figures in this first set here, and then the next set, which is in another room, I have like 90 figures. So some room to grow in both of those, which is good, and it was important to me to have some breathing room a little bit there. And then I have these shades on. You can take these out. The Hogbo doors are just a pane of glass. So great viewing if you want to take them out. But with me, I have windows. I'm surrounded by windows here. So just out of an abundance of caution, I opted to keep them in to prevent any potential light damage, especially with Stormtroopers, which I don't know if these have a history of yelling like the Hasbro ones do. Maybe they don't, but easy enough just to open whenever I want to see them, just open up the cabinets and take a look. Dust isn't a huge concern here. I have a couple of air purifiers, which help out a little bit in that regard. So that's kind of the logistics. So next we'll get into the figures. Okay, so first shelf here, we got a squad of Mandalorian Stormtrooper commanders. Got 11 of them total. It's 6 in the back without pauldrons, and then 5 pauldron guys in the front. Dude in the center, I just gave a couple extra pieces too, namely that red pauldron from the Incinerator Trooper. That's a nice bit of variety, I think. But I think these guys look really great. The prices you can get them at, they're really good value. I pretty much all these guys I picked up for under 180 bucks on eBay. Some for maybe 150, 160 shipped, so really good deals. If you can get past the piece of weathering they all have on the helmet, just a really good value. So highly recommend these guys if you're interested in army building Stormtroopers. They're a great place to start. Then we got my Jedi Patrol section here. This took many years to put together. Combination of, I believe, 3 of the complete 2 packs, which have the orange pauldron figure and the black pauldron figure. One loose black pauldron figure that I just probably bought on eBay. Maybe it popped up, and then on the flanks and the back we got 2 Rogue One Stormtroopers, and then in the front we have 2 of the white pauldron Jedi Patrol figures. And I've given some extra accessories to a couple of them just to spice things up. Give a quick view here. This guy here in the back, the black pauldron, has a Stormtrooper backpack, you can see. That's a little bit of variety. But love these guys, the pauldrons. So definitely took a lot of time to build this. This guy I gave also another Stormtrooper backpack. And he's got an E22 from one of my many Stormtrooper commanders. Another Rogue One Stormtrooper. This Jedi Patrol figure here with white pauldron, I gave an E11 from one of the black pauldron figures, one of the extra blasters from the 2-pack. Got the Holy Grail for any Imperial Army builder out there. Been lucky enough to come across a couple of these guys for decent prices over the years, so really love him. Obviously everybody loves that backpack, self included. One of the better accessories I think Hot Toys has ever put out. This is also a Jedi Patrol figure. I got this guy. It was part of a 2-pack, but it was used, and the pauldron was just in disgusting shape, so I just changed it out. There's a giant stain, actually, you can't see if you just cover the pauldron, but where the pleather kind of flaked off, and it's really not good. But you can't see it, so it's not a big deal. So I just gave him an extra pauldron I had that I found on eBay from the Incinerator Trooper, and a couple extra parts as well, including those cool the Sand Trooper binoculars. Got another Jedi Patrol orange pauldron figure here. Gave him the doll that came with the Death Trooper Specialist Deluxe. It just adds a nice bit of character to him, I think. And we have another Jedi Patrol figure, white pauldron stock. Looks pretty cool. Moving down to this shelf here, this is kind of my gaming/OT Stormtrooper shelf. So in the back we got my gaming figures. Here we got the Jump Trooper from Battlefront, Shock Trooper from Battlefront. This was actually, I think, the first Hot Toys that caught my eye back in 2015. I was still in high school at the time, so there was no chance I was going to get them at that point, but this was what kind of first piqued my interest. And these guys are actually going for really cheap prices right now, the Shock Trooper, and so definitely one to check out, I think. And Snow Trooper, this guy was a big pain in my ass for a long time. Big grail for me. Took me a long time to get one. This one I actually found on eBay loose, just the figure, for like 280 bucks shipped. Didn't come with any accessories, but I just used, I luckily had I had the Battlefront Stormtrooper, or Snow Trooper also, so I just gave him some extra accessories from that set and kind of completed the figure. So he's got a jetpack which you can kind of see there. And then I just gave him the smart rocket as well. So it looks really awesome. Then here we have a Stormtrooper Commander custom that I bought on eBay last year. I believe the base for it is the Jump Trooper. But that's all I really know about it. I don't know who made it, unfortunately. And then here we got just a stock Shadow Trooper. We have my New Hope Stormtrooper. This is Han Solo. This is the Han Solo in disguise figure. Really love that helmet. Just the inner workings, like all the mechanical detail on the inside is really awesome. And then we got a Space Trooper, and then a Sand Trooper. I think the Sand Trooper probably has my favorite helmet that Hot Toys just put out, the stunt helmet there. Really awesome. Moving down a level here. At the bottom, we have kind of my Return of the Jedi figures and a bit more Stormtrooper Mandalorian era Stormtroopers as well. So in the back here we got a Return of the Jedi Stormtrooper. Return of the Jedi Biker Scout with a pulse cannon that I bought loose from the Snowtrooper 2-pack, I believe. I have a little kit bash I threw together, just a Return of the Jedi Stormtrooper with Death Trooper pauldron and a Shock Trooper backpack. Another Return of the Jedi Scout Trooper. We got a Magnet Trooper. This is custom by Joel Hawsey. We've seen a lot of his work in here. We've worked together for a couple of years now. I've got a ton of things from him. He's a great Instagram-based customizer. Can't recommend him enough. He's done a lot of work, and we'll be taking taking a look at that. More stuff. Throughout my tour. Biker Scout. Artillery Trooper. We have kind of my stand-in squad when I was still working on completing the Jedha level. I just kind of put these guys together. These are all Mandalorian Stormtroopers. They all have Sand Trooper backpacks. This guy here is actually my first ever Stormtrooper commander. I think I picked him up maybe late 21, maybe January 22, whenever they started shipping from Sideshow. But he started it all. I believe I have 15 of these guys now. And then we have an Incinerator Trooper. So that's kind of this first section here. And move on to the next section. Okay, starting with this shelf here, we got some Death Troopers. Back there we got the black chrome version. In the center here we got a Ghost Trooper, I believe they're called, by Joel Hawsey. Really awesome piece there. Picked that one up late summer this past year. Got a Mandalorian Death Trooper. We have a Death Trooper Specialist, Sans accessories, just no pauldron or chest rig or any of that. Gave those to other figures. We have a Death Trooper Specialist with accessories, full gamut. We got Death Trooper Specialist Deluxe. This guy here was actually my first Hot Toys that I picked up back when he came out, back in I think summer 2017. It was a big deal back then. I could really only afford a few things, big things like this over the summer when I was working. I was still in school, and it was a big deal to get one of these guys. And of course now I have 80, but back then it was just had to sweat to get one. So remember those days. Fortunately, mine is still in pretty good shape. Pauldron's in good shape. Ammo pouch is in good shape. Holster's holding. It's split a little bit there in the center, but overall not bad. I've cycled through probably close to 10 of these Death Troopers over the years, just using them for various custom projects and whatnot, and I've seen some pretty pretty bad pauldrons in my time with them, so happy mine's still in decent shape. Then we have the Death Trooper Specialist without the gear. So I picked him up over the summer, this past year as well. Down to this shelf here, we got some pretty cool stuff. Starting off this guy here, this is a custom Storm Commando that I commissioned from Clone Customs Troopers on Instagram. It's one of 2 customs I have from him. Really, really sweet piece. Killed it on this, especially with the paint. I think he sculpted the helmet. I think the base for it is the Mandalorian version of the Scout Trooper. He just did a great job. We based it on the comic version, or one of the comic versions where they have kind of like the navy blue kind of paint. So looks really sweet. Happy I have him. Got a Nova Trooper that I picked up earlier, beginning of 2023. Don't know who made it, but whoever did a pretty good job on it. Yeah, it also came with a pauldron too, but I like the simple look, I think, for him. Got a Purge Trooper. Pretty cool. Would prefer the airborne style helmet, but happy to have a Purge Trooper in the collection in any case. Got Dark Trooper. I think these guys look pretty good together with the red eyes and the red with the Purge Trooper. Pretty sweet. Here we got one half of kind of my Call of Duty Ghosts-esque Shadow Scouts that I commissioned Joel Haase to do. Just absolutely did a great job on all these guys. These 2 here are Return of the Jedi style Scouts. This guy here has a lot of extra parts on him. Pretty cool. A lot of cool stuff on him. This guy here, really love how Joel did the visor art in this guy. Just a really wicked design. Just awesome. And then here, in the middle here, we got Shadow Trooper that I kind of kit-bashed a little bit with some other stuff. Gave him a couple extra parts, like this Clone Trooper backpack that I think Joel painted for me, black. And a couple extra things in there as well. And here we got the other half of the kind of Shadow Scouts with the Call of Duty Ghosts inspired design on the visor. These guys are both Mandalorian Scout Troopers. Pretty cool. This was actually the first one we did for Hot Toys. We did a couple Sideshow ones before this, but this is the first Hot Toys ones that we did. Pretty awesome. He's got the First Order Heavy Gunner vests. A couple of these guys have this. Nice piece if you want to have a kind of military style vest on a Star Wars figure without making them look like an airsofter. We got the other one here. Cool E11D blaster. So that does it for that shelf, that level. Moving on down. Got my Shore Troopers and some other stuff. Overflow, I guess you could call it. So in the back we got my Shore Troopers here. Got a Grunt. These guys, again, up there with the Mandalorian Stormtrooper Commanders, is just being the easiest Star Wars figure to army build. Or maybe easiest Hot Toys period to army build. Some of these guys I've seen go for just almost unimaginable prices, like $100 shipped. Kidding me? That's crazy. So all these guys I got for dirt cheap, minus the one in the center there, the Captain, but we'll get to that. So we got a Grunt there. We got this cool custom that I bought on eBay earlier this year. I'm guessing the seller made it. Sometimes people put things for sale that they didn't make, so I don't know if he made it or if someone else made it, but pretty awesome. The Specialist, Battlefront 2, gave him a DLT-19 from Scout Trooper, with the look. You got a Captain that I picked up over the summer. More expensive relative to the other Shore Troopers here, but in the grand scheme of things, actually really not. I think I picked him up in an auction for $250, which is pretty crazy if you consider maybe 3 or 4 years ago this guy was like an $800 figure. But I'll take it. Pretty awesome. Then we have the squad leader. And then we got 2 more Grunts. I believe the one on the right was my first one, because I gave him the 11 Pretty cool squad there. And then here we got a custom Range Trooper by Joel Hawsey. This one I picked up on eBay. I had actually bought one from him before, but I found this one on eBay, and I ended up trading him the one I had bought from him back, and then I went with this one. So pretty cool. Great job on it. Again, he's just a legendary creator in the customizing world. Got Patrol Trooper from Solo. Awesome piece. Got a Shock Trooper, again, another one. I picked this guy up really cheap, actually a couple months ago. I think for 170 bucks. So, pretty good deal. Gave him an extra RT-97C that I got loose from the Jump Trooper. Pretty awesome. And we have another Jump Trooper. Again, which I picked up right around the same time. Different seller, but also pretty cheap. I think I got him for like 130 bucks. Complete, I think minus the blasters. So I just gave him a spare blaster for my other Jump Trooper. So, fun to go around in my collection. And here on the last level, ground level, we got kind of a Stormtrooper, Scout Trooper duos, kind of representing different eras and different environments. So, a lot of customs in here, a lot of cool stuff in here, so let's go through it. Got here Mandalorian Scout Trooper and a Remnant Stormtrooper. Return of the Jedi Scout Trooper, and a Mandalorian Stormtrooper Commander, just without the pauldron. Here we have Mimban figures. We got Mimban Scout Trooper. I believe, I bought this secondhand, but I believe this was by Imperial Forge Customs originally. I recognized it from Instagram, but I did not buy this from him. I bought this on eBay. Pretty cool. Gave him the DL-19X from one of my Scout Troopers. Got a Mimban Stormtrooper here. I believe the helmet is Imperial Forge Customs, but Joel Hawsey, I know, at least did the body and the cape. It's a pretty awesome piece there. Got a Shadow Trooper, just without the pauldron. We have a Shadow Scout that I commissioned Joel Hawsey to do. Pretty awesome. Two more Joel Hawsey commissions, woodland camo style. Really cool. I gave Stormtrooper a couple extra gear, piece of extra gear, but really cool. And then over here we got Snow Bros. We got my original Snow Trooper that I found, and then I ended up giving extra parts to my other Snow Trooper, so I kind of made 2 for 1 there. And then kind of a custom Snow Scout that I believe Joel kit bashed a Scout Trooper with First Order Snow Trooper. So that kind of wraps up this section. Alright, this is the second set of cabinets. These ones house my non-Imperial Hot Toys, Sideshow figures, and then some military figures. And then some other odds and ends also. So, same setup as the other one. Same IKEA abilities with Hogbo doors. The only difference is that I have 1 level in the back instead of 3 for the risers. But everything else is exactly the same. I believe I have 90 figures between the 2 shelving units in here. So, it's a little bit more cramped, but is what it is. I figure one day eventually I'll have space to show everything, so deal with the cramped conditions for now. Anyway, on the first shelf here, first level, we got my kind of my Sideshow Imperials here. So on the back left, we got a Sideshow Scout Trooper. Gave him orange pauldron from one of my Mando Stormtroopers. We have Stormtrooper Commander, Sideshow. Pretty awesome. Snowtrooper Commander. I have a custom piece by Joel Hawsey that I commissioned. This is, some people call him the Cantina Dude, including myself. He's a background character from the Cantina scene. Might be one of the only ones that doesn't have an established background yet, but Really cool design. It's the boss fight suit with the space helmet. Pretty awesome. Bit of an expensive kit batch to do. Uses, I think, the Sideshow boss flight suit, and then the flight helmet from the U2 Dragon Lady set by Damn Toys. Both of those are a bit difficult to track down, but we got it done. Joel did a great job on it. We have a Sideshow Sand Trooper with orange pauldron, and another Sideshow Sand Trooper with black pauldron. Sideshow Snow Trooper, Stormtrooper, Scout Trooper. I believe this is the second release. I believe they came out like in 2018, because he is not as weathered. I think is the difference, but I believe that is the later release. And then we have two customs by Joel Hawsey that I made offers on and he accepted. I think I picked these guys up probably a year apart, but they're pretty cool. Cool visor art there, Ewok Hunter style. Pretty awesome. And here, with his orders, usually Joel throws in a couple of freebies. They tend to be alcohol themed, but this one's pretty cool. Nice little signature plaque with his logo on there. Pretty awesome. Another cool piece. Kind of Minbon style. I don't know what you call them necessarily, but pretty cool. Here we have my kind of Sideshow Shadow Squad. All of these are done by Joel, all the paint. These are all, we did these before the Return of the Jedi Hot Toys figure release, so most of these were from like 2021, I think. So this one here is just straight repaint of Sideshow Scout. This was actually the figure here that introduced me to Joel. This was on eBay. I picked up. Guy was selling it, and he wrote in the description that it was by Joel Hawsey, and so I bought this, and then I hit Joel up on Instagram, and 30 figures later, rest is history, I guess, right? So, pretty cool. Love how I did the lenses there with silver paint. We have a stock Sideshow Shadow Trooper. We have General Ware, maybe? Whatever his name is, starts with a W. EU character. Had a figure in the Hasbro 3/4 inch scale with the comic pack. Pretty cool design. Joel did a great job on all of it, but I love how he did the lenses. And then we have another Sideshow Scout, the chest rig. Pretty cool. We have a, what is it, Master Replicas scale helmet. These are really awesome. These have like a lot of mechanical detail on the inside. Pretty cool, kind of like the Han Solo, Hot Toys Han Solo disguised figure helmet. Love how it has detail on the inside. I think it's great in the shelf. We have the first commission piece that I requested from Joel. First one we did. Just a really, really awesome piece. Sideshow Scout. First order heavy gunner vest. Pauldron, or holster rather, we moved up from the ankle to the thigh. We put a little knife holster in the place. Really cool. The best part about him, this just was, as a kid, my favorite feature of like the Hasbro figures was like the removable helmets and the flip-up masks. So getting this was just awesome in a 1/6 figure. So awesome flip-up mask there. The helmet, or with the head up inside. Pretty cool. And then we have the second one we did. This was a big project to do. A lot of cool parts on him. Same idea. We cut off the ankle holster and put a knife in there, and then put a bunch of other parts on him, like that cool antenna that Joel printed. An awesome visor art there. Pretty cool. And we have another one. A lot of cool gear in him as well. And both of these guys also have the flip-up helmet functionality well. So there's actually a head underneath their helmets with like a balaclava on it, like, with a skull design. So pretty cool. Fits the cool Call of Duty Ghost theme that I like. We have a Gentle Giant Bust Storm Commando. Nice piece. Down here we got my kind of clone collection. Some of these are by Joel. Like these two guys here. Got a kind of an EU Legends ARC Trooper. We have a Battlefront 2 ARC Trooper. Both those are by Joel. Did a great job on both of them. Got a plain white Clone Commando from Floyd Custom Figures. Awesome piece. We have the Galactic Marine by Joel Hawsey. This is the first figure I think I bought from him. Really awesome. We have an Airborne Trooper. And we have a Kashyyyk Trooper from Clone Custom Troopers. This is the first custom commission from him. Awesome piece. We got a T-12 figure, Sideshow. We have a 7th Legion Trooper. This was my favorite figure as a kid, mainly because of the removable helmet on him. But Joel did this on a Sideshow vet, I believe. So awesome piece there. We got a Sideshow Shiny. Then we have the original version of the Sideshow AFGC clone. So this is the first version. This isn't the one that came. Like you can get the 2 helmets with the shiny, the vet, but this was like the first one. So a bit old, but does the trick. Down here, I get more figures, some clones, and some other odds and ends in the back here. I have kind of my heroes and villains little display. We have a Hot Toys shiny, or I don't, or the Hot Toys Phase 1 clone, whatever he's called. Gave him a Jango Fett head sculpt, and he's holding his helmet there in the back, you can see. Attack the Clones Battle Droid. We have a Sideshow Rebel Commando. Gave him a little neck gaiter, had a little variety. I like masks, so gave him that. We have a Sideshow, I believe it's one of the Sand Troopers, maybe, I forget the name. But it's one of the Sand Troopers. Picked him up really cheap. Loose. We got Finn, the only, I think, named character in my entire collection. We got First Order Stormtrooper Commander. Got some clones. We got Shock Trooper, Person Guard, whatever you want to call him. We got a Jet Trooper from Battlefront 2. Well, just a repainted the visor there. Make it look like the one from Battlefront 2. Regular 501st Trooper. Phase 2 clone from Hot Toys. And a couple of cool custom pieces from Joel I picked up. Made offers on. Really love that Death Trooper. And that kind of does it for this section. Alright, before I get on to the final shelf, I just wanted to show this piece off really quick. This is a Black Series Scout helmet, done up by Joel, kind of with that same Call of Duty Ghosts motif. Love how he did the visor on this thing. Just looks awesome. Really awesome piece here. Alright, on to the figures. Let's get down and not hurt myself. Alright. Get some lights here. Alright, so everything in here now is all military or other stuff. There is no more Star Wars. So this here is one of my military shelves with some other really cool stuff. Starting in the back left here, we have a custom Cog Soldier by Joel. This is just an incredible piece. It is a tank. He's on a Feist and Muscle body, and he's just massive. Joel just absolutely killed it on this one. Really cool piece. Then we have a custom Kit Bash. Recently, I've been doing a lot more buying of these. I used to make them, but it just became a little bit more practical to just buy them already made on eBay if I come across something I like rather than try to make it myself. So picked that one up a couple months ago maybe. Pretty cool. custom kit bash. I have a one I built, easy and simple figure, PMC. Just got released back, I think, in October. Pretty cool build. Another one I built from also easy and simple, another PMC type figure. I think he came out in 21. Another Cog Soldier by Joel. This one he made for himself, and I offered, and he accepted. Really, really cool. Also on a Feist and Muscle Body. I think what he did was he cut off. There's the only 12-inch Gears of War figure out there is the 12-inch NECA Marcus, or it's one of the only ones. There might be, I think there might be another Marcus somewhere. But what he did is he went in and he cut off the hard plastic armor off of the NECA figure, and then threw it on a Feist and Muscle Body, and printed a helmet. They're incredible. Really awesome piece. Then here, continuing with the Gears of War stuff, we got custom Onyx Guard by Floyd's Custom Figures. He's pretty cool. Very unique piece. Another kit bash that I bought. This is of Barrage. It's a character from, or character skin from Modern Warfare 2. We have some really awesome custom pieces coming up here. This is by Blind Truth. This is a Shadow Company figure. Modern Warfare 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. So I've attempted to make some figures in the past, but none could ever come as close to looking as good as Blind Truth is done here. This is just an incredible piece. As is this one here, Task Force 141 figure, also by Blind Truth. Great job. And a third Task Force 141 figure by Blind Truth. Killed in all three of them. Just awesome pieces. And here we have another really awesome piece. This is by Floyd Custom Figures again. Right after we did the Onyx Guard, we did this, and this is just a great piece. Cog Soldier by Carmine, however you want to call him. Love the Lancer, how he has the iron sights printed on there. Really cool. And we got a little alternate head. Anthony Carmine. Just a super unique piece. Gears of War is one of my favorite franchises as well, up there with Star Wars, and it's just one of those all-time franchises for me. And down here we have more kit bashes, some that I made, others I bought. We have Caesar from Black Set. This one I bought. This was actually my first military figure that I built, but I made some mistakes on it. So when I saw this one, I figured I'd just jump on it, just to have a complete one, or one that's at least better than the one I made. Kit bash I made, some cool parts on him. Another kit bash I made, kind of a Call of Duty Ghost inspired one. Figure, Green Wolf gear, DevTech Ronin, really awesome helmet, same helmet as the one custom I showed you on the first level. Cool figure I picked up. This is of a Battlefield 4 medic, I believe is what the intention here was. Really awesome piece. I gave him the goggles, but everything else was not made by me. It was made by somebody who sold them on eBay. Really cool. Got Soldier Story, CIA Special Activities Division. Nice piece. Cool, like kind of Survivor style figure. Picked up on eBay. Got one I made, kind of same idea, Survivor type figure. Love these shoes. These are like Vans or something. DEFCON Vans, I think. Pretty cool. Got the Meth, USMC Meth by Hot Toys, that I modified a little bit to make it look a little bit closer to how the skin is in Modern Warfare. But this is one of my all-time favorite figures here. Probably my all-time favorite figure, I'd say. I think everybody has that one figure that's kind of their fave, and I think the Meth by Hot Toys is mine. Another kit bash I made. It's kind of a Survivor figure. I think it was actually the second one kit bash I ever made back in like 2019. Another Meth. This one's just the kind of the stock version as opposed to this one, which is like customized a little bit. But yeah, like I said, this is my all-time favorite figure, I think, if I had to pick one. I remember looking at this guy back in like 2009, 2010. Just wondering if I'd ever get one when I was like in middle school, 6th grade maybe. Now I have 5 of them. That's pretty cool. Then this is the tan flight suit version of the Meth. But yeah, this is what Hot Toys was doing back in the day before they went to movies, military stuff. Here we got more military figures. Soldier Story Marine Raiders figure that I bought. My first ever kit bash here. Pretty cool. Got Lone Rescuer by Easy and Simple. We have Damn Toys NSWDG AOR2 camo, I think. Awesome figure there. Damn Toys 31st Expeditionary Force MEU. Or maybe not Force, I don't know. But Damn Toys Marine. Pretty cool. Picked him up last year. Nice kind of U.S. Army infantry figure. Picked up on eBay. We have a couple Soldier Story Marines here. This one I bought on eBay, already built. And then this one here I built. I gave him a cool neck gaiter and sunglasses. Love the M16 on those guys. Got 2 Battlefield 3 inspired figures. These are awesome. Battlefield 3 is another one of my favorite games of all time. This is the Medic. This is the Recon class. Came up, those got showed up on eBay maybe a month or 2 ago for pretty good prices. Jumped on those pretty quick. We got an original 1964 G.I. Joe, Green Beret, grandfather of everything in here. Got a Soldier Story SOG Vietnam, Mac V SOG figure, pretty awesome, that little weapon on them. Then down here we kind of have some of my early figures. These are the ones that kind of started it all. So, alright, got cut off there, but yeah, that was my first time to build an F. So, definitely not perfect, but still doesn't look too bad. And this was my first ever figure that I attempted to build for military. Blacksmith Caesar. Yeah, same as the Meth. Made some mistakes, but just looking at it, it looks doesn't look too bad. Then this was, I guess you could say, the one that started it all here. This was probably the first official 1/6 scale figure I ever owned. I got this guy back in 2010 when I was in middle school. This is G.I. Joe Urban Camo. So, still held on him after all these years. Pretty cool. So, everyone starts somewhere, I guess, right? This little kit bash thing together. I just like this jacket that he has, the firefighter jacket, so threw them together. We have a 21st Century Toys, I believe it is Subdued Urban Camo. Cool figure. Very cheap though. A lot of the glue is drying and coming undone, but it's not bad. We have my second ever 1/6 scale figure. Got this guy probably like a month after I got the Urban Camo figure. This guy here. So that's G.I. Joe Delta Soldier. Pretty sweet. Like I said, everyone has to start somewhere. We have Iraqi Special Forces Soldier Story. We have another Soldier Story Marine. We have a Flag Set Special Forces figure. I believe this is actually one of their first figures. Not bad, especially like the boots on this guy. We have a Task Force 141 kit bash that I attempted back in 2020. Looks okay. It's definitely not great though, but not bad. Does the trick. We have another custom I made, Spec Force. It's the idea was to kind of have like a Rebel Spec Force look. So I based it off of, there's a guidebook for one of the role-playing games, the Spec Force Handbook, I think, and there's some cover art. So I tried to base it off of that. But it's okay. It's pretty cheap. It's a mini times figure is the base. Then I just added some parts to it. here we have just another little kit bash I threw together, kind of like my idea of like a plainclothes Imperial operator. So kind of an excuse just to use some parts I wanted to use. On the E11 I added a couple things. Put a, if you can see, little red dot there on the side, kind of canted red dot. I added a sling on the 2 points there, right there on the front of the barrel, and on the back here, on a little sling connector point. So that's pretty cool. Then here, this guy I just put together recently. My attempt at a Modern Warfare 2 U.S. Army Ranger. Looks pretty good outside of the head. I kind of rushed it, and I don't think it looks that great, but it's okay for my taste. But yeah, that's about it. That's my 1/6 collection. So all told, I think between both units, I had around 170 figures. Probably have close to like 30 figures in the box still. Most of those are military figures. But yeah, so thank you for watching.